Hey everyone, it's Hannah and welcome to Vlogmas, day 6. 6 days in, almost a full week. How exciting! A bit of a different video today because I felt like my videos were getting quite repetitive as I'm prepping for a shop update, so all it's been is bead weaving. Sadly, this is what my life is, quite repetitive, but that's okay. So today I thought that I would talk you through my stash. This is my stash, my yarny stash. It's quite vast. And I don't know about you, but I am nosy. I am so nosy. I love watching videos of other people go through their stash, discuss the plans of the things they want to make and all of that. So hopefully you are as well. And that you enjoy this video. If you do, it would mean a lot if you were to give it a thumbs up, and if you want to subscribe, that would be lovely, but obviously there is never any pressure to, but it would be nice if you did want to stick around. For those of you who don't know, my name is Hannah. Hello. I am the owner of the business The Corner of Craft. I make hand beaded stitch markers and I dye yarn in colours inspired by Dungeons and Dragons, and there's a lot of my own yarn in this stash. Every so often when I dye a colourway I just think, oh, that's very nice, and keep a skein. I think I cleared some out before a previous yarn show, but I think it's dangerous. But my plan is to try and knit quite a lot of this stash over the next year. We'll see how I do. But before I get into that, let's open today's advent calendar. I have 3 advent calendars this year. I have 2 yarn ones and a tea one, although my mother-in-law has just gifted me another tea one and my husband's gifted me a chocolate one, but I'm filming all this before December has started because I'm having to get a head start on things. But so these are the 3 that I'm opening. Also, you don't need to see me open 5 advents because that's not necessarily fun for anyone unless they're all yarn ones, and then that's very exciting. I have a Chromatic Yarns advent. Like I said, that's my own hand-dyed yarn. I have a Castle View Yarns advent, which is a lovely mermaid fade, and then I have a Bird and Blend advent, which is the tea advent, and they were so kind to send it to me, gift it to me, and I am an affiliate with them, so there are links in the description box if you want to have some tea for yourself. No pressure though. So we are starting out today with Chromatic Yarns, day 6. And this colourway is called Giant Snail Race, inspired by the giant snail race that we had in Dungeons and Dragons in the game, our last campaign that we played, which was the Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign in the carnival. There's no spoilers, but in the carnival they had giant snails that you could bet on, and there was, yeah. So giant snail race. Just fun and colourful. I don't know why these are the colours I came up with, but when I was visualising it, when my husband was talking it through, he's the dungeon master of the group that we play with, yeah, those were the colours that I visualised. Next up we have the Castle View Yarns advent. We were still in the pinks from what I remember. Oh, we're switching, we're going more purple. Absolutely stunning. This colourway is called Venus Sparkle Glider. Is it? Yes. And lovely, beautiful violet shade of purple with some gorgeous speckles through it. I still haven't fully settled on what I'm making with this advent, but considering I'm still currently working on my 2021 The Fibre Fox advent calendar, I'm not too heartbroken about it, really. Everything will get knit eventually. What are you doing up here? I've been joined by a cat. He's gone in a cupboard. And then finally we have the Bird and Blend advent for day 6. I'll let you look first. Da, 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 da. Ooh, Earl Grey Creme. Now this is a tea that I very often have in single serve tea bag form, and I send out in orders. And yeah, creamy and fragrant. I've heard it's very nice. I'm personally not a huge fan of Earl Grey, but I do know some people coming up, i.e. my parents, who are fans, and my sister also loves it. So it will definitely get drunk, if not by me. But yes, I just don't really like the floral. I'm not a huge floral taste and smell person. I'm not a huge fan of the florals. Right, shall we get into stash? In a Patreon video, I recently went through this side. I have had some additions since I went through that side, but I think I'm going to go through this side, which is my kind of single skein side. Let's move my little froggy out the way. You can sit up there. And then I got a little Nilla the unicorn. Little of the unicorn can sit up there, and then I've got another little of the unicorn as well. I went through a phase of like being obsessed with knitting little unicorns. I had to stop myself. This one's not as cute as the first one, but that's okay. Right, okay, cool. Let's go through this stash. So in a Discord group that I'm in, we did a yarn swap, kind of Secret Santa kind of thing, but we did it pre-Christmas, and I got some lovely little bits from Silly Goose Yarns, and these are on her plump DK base. It's 100% superwash merino, 231 yards per 100 grams. I don't know what that is in meters. And this colourway is called Crested Iris, and it's beautiful, stunning purple with some peachy colour through it and a bit of grey through it, and oh yes, 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 beautiful. And yeah, I haven't quite decided what I'm going to knit with it yet, but I'm excited to knit with it because I think it's going to be so beautiful. Everything's covered in my hair. I can't help it. If you've watched my Yarndale video, you would have already seen these, but these are from the Fibre Fox. This is Jennifer Vengerberg, and then this is The Last Wish. They're both from her Witcher collection, and yes, this is on her Donegal tweed fingering, and this is her fluff base, and they're going to be held together, I think, and they're going to be a hat. Do I need another purple hat? No. Am I going to make another purple hat? Yes, most likely. So yes, these are going to be a hat. They're going to be held together, and it's going to be glorious. It's going to be warm. It's going to be fuzzy. My husband is a baker. He sells on markets, and I help him out quite often on markets. So a warm hat is a definite necessity. I'm thinking of doing an Oslo hat, but instead of using DK, there's a cat. Oh no, did I just block the cat? You gotta pay the cat tax. No, she does not want to pay the cat tax. I'm terribly sorry. Yeah, I'm thinking of making an Oslo hat, but instead of using DK weight, holding these two together. I know that there's an Oslo mohair edition, but they're very similar. And I've heard that the mohair edition is smaller. It makes a smaller hat, even if you knit the biggest size. And I have a really big head. You can't gauge it because I'm not next to you. I'm not next to anything that helps. But I have quite a large head. So yeah, I need to knit the biggest size and everything. There's beautiful speckles. So lovely. I love them. Next up from Yarndale once again, let's get this focusing back on my face. I bought this beautiful Mo Slub Emma's yarn from, I believe it was Yarnworks I bought it from, but this is in the colourway Winds of Change, Great Scorpion Song, and it's so gorgeous. So there's two skeins of yarn twisted together here. One of them is this slub yarn, and then one is mohair. I've had a look for some shawl patterns that use this exact yarn combo, and there are some stunning ones out there, so I'll probably give one of those a go because I've never knit with slub yarn before, but I'm very curious to know what it's like. But I saw this and was just like, well, that's gotta come home with me now. That's just what it is. Last up on the Yarndale on this side anyway, I bought these self-striping sock set, or this self-striping sock set on the glitter base from the Yarn Badger. This colourway is called Neon Steps. You get 250 gram skeins and a contrast, and it's a beautiful self-striping colourway, and I basically just kind of need to cast it on at some point. But it's so stunning. This will likely be either a pair of vanilla socks or a pair of cold brew socks, which is a pattern by Alison of Lofty Loops. And I actually have one of the socks, two of the socks here, because I need to take them downstairs so I actually start wearing them. And yeah, it's just a really pretty simple knitting pattern that adds a bit of interest. But it depends if I'm going to want, I tell you what, I'll put them on the printer because then I'll take them down. If I want cinema knitting, or if I don't, because I can't do that as cinema knitting, but I can do a vanilla sock as cinema knitting. Next up, I had these gorgeous skeins gifted to me from Orly of Olive Branch Yarns, and they are two different bases. So this is Morpheus. It's on a merino 4-ply base. Both of these yarns are non-superwash because that is what she specialises in. This is a 4-ply yarn, and it is so soft and squishy. When I think of non-superwash, I think of slightly scratchy, but also I'm fine wearing slightly scratchy yarn. This is so soft. And then this is Grapes of Ampelas. I don't know, but this is a DK weight, or as they say in Australia, 8-ply, and so squishy. So this is, tell a lie, it might even be worsted because it's 290 meters per 100 grams. So I think this might actually be worsted weight instead of DK. And this is 350 meters per 100 grams. So that might be sport. I'm not hugely familiar with sport weight and worsted weight because it's not terms we have in the UK. But they're both Australian non-superwash merino because Orly is in Australia, so that would make sense. But so squishy and so luxurious, and yeah, I just need to work out what to make with it, but I'm very excited. I got you, you're paying the cat tax. This is kimchi. She hates her life. She doesn't. She's hopefully very content. Next up we have, this is Sandpiper by Beehive Yarns. I bought this in 2017 at Nottingham Yarn Expo, and I think it was the first Nottingham Yarn Expo, and so I'm guessing Beth hadn't been going for very long as Beehive Yarns. She does still dye this colourway. It's changed in the last 5 years, unsurprisingly, but I did see she still had it at Yarndale when I went. But yeah, it's stunning. This is on her Dolly base, which is DK. This mini is just a contrast mini. This is in the colourway Treacle Tart, and this is Sandpiper, and it is 100% superwash merino DK, and yarn was so cheap 5 years ago. $16.50. But yes, absolutely stunning. I have bought this with the intention of making a hat, but I do have another project in mind for it, but the recipient might be watching this video, so I'm not going to say a word. Next up we have this skein which was gifted to me whilst I was living in Germany, so that must have been 2016, 2017. This is Wadensee, and this is 100% superwash merino again, and this is from Craftfulness. Beautiful teals and purples and greens, and it's stunning. Some of these skeins I've had in my stash for so long, they look quite nice together. I've had in my stash for so long because I just don't know what to knit with them. So they just live in my stash. Like this one. This one's set up camp now. It will probably become something at some point. We have... Oh, they're meant to be in a thing together. That's fine. So this is by Selena of Through the Wardrobe Yarn Co. This is the Eld. So this is her yak sock base, and this is her Suri alpaca base. And they are going to be held together, and they're going to make a pair of hibernation house socks. Is that what they're called? And I think this might be my Christmas Eve cast on, potentially, unless I do a self-striping of some form. But I think this might be my Christmas Eve cast on, and so I can just knit a nice fuzzy pair of socks. This is for the cuff. I believe it's quite a long cuff. And then this is for the foot, and it's just, oh, delightful. This skein of yarn was a souvenir skein that I bought for myself from the honeymoon that I went on this past summer. My honeymoon wasn't just someone else's. I realised I phrased that in a really weird way, but this is from the Knitting Loft in Toronto, and this colour is called Velvet, and it's on their mohair base, and I bought it because it's just such a rich purple, and it's not a colour I can easily achieve myself, but it's so gorgeous. I love it. Plus I love their logo. I wish I'd come out with a logo akin to this. I mean, I couldn't have done because I'm copying, but oh, I wish I had that creativity. Now, as I'm doing this, I might set things aside to potentially de-stash, because my yarn tastes change. I already have a bag full just here of yarn to de-stash, and I might try and do that in January at some point after I've come back from being away. And yeah, it's all right if you need to de-stash sometimes. You can buy yarn because it's exciting and you want it at the moment, but sometimes there's just, I can't think of what I would knit with it, so that might be a time I might de-stash some of these yarns. I'm sure I'll discuss that as I go through them. Let's take a swig of tea. I got Yorkshire tea biscuit brew today. I know. Sometimes having loads of different types of tea it's lovely because it means you always have a tea for every occasion, but it also means that sometimes you can get a bit paralysed by choice. So the Yorkshire tea biscuit brew is the fallback that I go to, full stop, because it's delicious. So I bought these skeins at East Anglia Yarn Festival this year. This is also from the Fibre Fox. This is marzipan. It looks like it's an undyed skein. It is not. I don't have an undyed skein to compare it to, but it's not an undyed skein. And then this is birthday cake. Birthday cake. Oh, what a beautiful combination, marzipan and birthday cake. I think I've made that reference before. But this is on their merino nylon DK, which is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And this is Surrey Silk Cloud, 74% baby Surrey alpaca and 26% mulberry silk. They're going to be held together and they're going to be a beautiful hat. And then I popped over to Robin of the Crafty Bird and got a colour coordinating pom-pom. So now I just need to find the perfect hat pattern. I'm thinking something with cables, and it will be really squishy, really warm. And it's not my usual colour aesthetic, as you might be able to tell. I do tend to lean more towards cool tones and greys, dark colours, purples, teals, black, quite a lot. But there was something about this that I just thought, yes, this is what I want on my head. This is a skein that I might destash. I haven't fully decided yet, but I might set it aside. I haven't ever had a project in mind for it. I bought it in 2020. It's called Pandemic. It is from Dye Candy. It's beautiful colour. It's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And it's really stunning. But I don't think it's something... I don't think it really fits in with my aesthetic now. Had I knit it at the time, I'd probably wear it loads, but I'm not 100% sure that it's something that's going to get knit, so I might set that aside as a potential destash. Because yeah, it's really pretty. It's got vibrant neon speckles through it, and it's pink and the blue and the purple, and it's stunning, but I just don't think I'm going to knit with it, you know? Let me set that aside over there. Next up from Giddy Yarns we have Tea Party. I bought this from Yorkshire Yarn Fest when it went virtual in March of 2020 because it got cancelled because I was meant to be vending there. This is in the colourway Tea Party, and I think I bought this for the name. I got excited. Now I also don't know if this is one I'm going to knit. I could knit a baby jumper out of it because I do know a fair few of my friends have recently had babies, and so I might knit a baby jumper out of it. Maybe that's what I'll do with this one. But it's really pretty, like a pale purple, and it's got speckles of yellow and blue and purple on it, and yeah, it is stunning. I just don't think it's something that I would knit myself anything with, but maybe a baby jumper is a good shout. I could knit a baby jumper out of this, but I'm not sure. Next up we have Castle View Yarns. This is 2. This was to celebrate their 2nd business birthday, and they've recently celebrated their 3rd. And I saw this knit up again recently when they were selling 3, and it was really stunning. So I think I actually just need to cast this on and make a pair of socks out of it because it's so beautiful. This is on her merino sock base, and it's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and pinks, purples, blue mini skein. Ooh, stunning. This sock set was also a souvenir from my honeymoon. This is the colourway Peachy Keen, and this is from the Cozy Knitter, and this was also from the Knitting Loft, and is so pretty. So this is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and yeah, it's peach turquoise and grey mint green stripes, and then you get cat hair with it. There's my own cat hair, and then you get a peach mini skein to go with it, and it's just it's so pretty, so springy. So I'll probably cast that on in the spring. I've got a skein of Aura of Vitality, but I don't think I'm going to knit it, so I might either pop that back in the shop. I think I'll pop that back in the shop. I just really liked it. I thought it was really pretty, but I can always dye it up again. I don't need it right now. This is beautiful skein of yarn. It was a gift from Orly as well, but this isn't her hand-dyed yarn. This is from Boston Fine Fibres, and it is 100% Australian alpaca, and it's sport weight, approximately 295 meters per 100 grams, and it's so soft. The reason I haven't knit this yet is because I don't know what to knit with it, but it's so soft. Maybe a cowl. I'm not really a cowl person. Maybe I could become a cowl person. It's so soft. I didn't want to waste it on a frivolous project. Not that any knitting project is frivolous, but you know when some skeins are just so special. You're like, maybe it's kind of like committing to sticker placement, but in skein form. Maybe that's just me. So at the back here, I have another ball of Giddy yarns. This is in the colourway. It's a rainy sunny day, and it is a self-striping colourway. I have this mini skein, which was from a sock set I did a collaboration with her on. And this is the mini skein from the sock set, and I really think she used the same dye. So I think they live together. I think they're destined to be used together, because I think I used the yarn as a baby jumper. I'm that age, everyone's having babies, but yes, so I think that mini skein is going to go with this ball of yarn. I just need to get some more socks on the needles. Just whip through them all. In 2021, for my birthday in September, Mario and I, my husband, went to Wales. I bought these beautiful skeins of pure New Shetland wool that were all produced in Wales, and I thought they'd be so stunning used together. So there's about 50 grams of each, and there's about 167 meters of each. They're so pretty. I thought they'd be so stunning in a colourwork something together, but once again, it's the commitment aspect of it. I don't want to waste it. There is also the issue that I have so much of my own yarn to knit. So I said this last year, but I'm actually going to do it this year. I'm going to seek out some sample knitters so I can actually knit my stash instead of trying to worry about knitting my own yarn, which is over there. I'm going to knit my stash instead. I think this video is going to be so long, we're going to get through one cube of this. We can come back to the jumper cube another time maybe. So next up we have these watermelon sock cakes from Chromatic Yarns. I think these might also be destashed because I bought them ages ago now and I just haven't knit them yet. They're gradient sock cakes. They're 2 times 50 grams. They look like little watermelons, and knit up they are so cute, but I've had them for so long and I just haven't knit them at all. So I think these are destined to be destashed to someone who will love them enough to actually use them. But oh, okay, maybe not yet, because watermelon feet would be really fun. Okay, maybe I'll keep those ones. This beautiful skein from Dusty Dimples is on their Dusty sock, and it's called Magror Shehzadi. And apologies for my accent, or my pronunciation. And this was a colourway inspired by a Pakistani truck, and it was so beautiful. I had to have it. Do I know what I'm going to make with it? No, not at all. But I'm not getting rid of it because it's absolutely stunning. I could dye up some navy blue and hold it with it and create a lovely shawl. It would be nice in brioche. But it's just so fun and vibrant and colourful, which I know is exactly what I said about this one as well. But I can't, I've had this one for a shorter period. I can't get rid of this one yet. I love it too much. I could always hold mohair with it as well to tone it down, I suppose. But I love it. I love it. I don't know what to make with it. Suggestions welcome. There's 100 grams here. It's just twisted quite tightly so it doesn't look as much. Please hold, my cat wants me. She was chirping like she wanted to show me something and then didn't, so I just gave her some scritches and now she seems quite content. It might be that she wants to look out the window but there's too much condensation or wetness on the outside, so she can't. Thing is, I can't open the window to have her look out because 1, it's cold, and 2, she jumps out of it, so I don't trust her anymore. Next up we have a couple of skeins from Cosmic Strings. Now these were both EYF colourways, so this is 2018 and this is 2019, and I have a 2017 skein that I knit into socks, and this is on their 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 425 meters per 100 grams, like the standard sock that a lot of people use. So yes, this one's 2019, this is 2018. This one was snow dyed. Stunning. I also think that this held together would be very nice. But also this held together would be quite nice because there's purples on it as well. But I haven't committed what I want to knit with it yet. I haven't decided. Every so often I need to go through my stash like this just so I can remind myself what I have. And then maybe I'll put the new skeins on the bottom and put some of the old skeins on the top, so I'm more inclined to actually cast them on because yes, but they're just so pretty. I just don't know what to knit with them. You know what, if you've got any pattern suggestions for any of these skeins, let me know. I'm curious to know. Next up we have Spectrum Fibre, the lovely Bryony. This was bought in 2020 at the Yorkshire Yarn Fest online virtual festival. This is Neverland, mint green, absolutely stunning, lovely speckles of pinks. Once again, don't know what I'm knitting with this, not a clue. Part of me feels like I should destash it, but also part of me doesn't want to because it's so pretty, and I've never knit with Spectrum Fibre before, but I don't know if I'm going to. It's a tough one. I'll tell you what, I'll set it aside. I'll set it aside. I can't remember who I bought this from as a destash. Maybe it was Beth of Beehive Yarns, but maybe not. Oh, the other cat is starting to make noise. But it is Helves Black Regina, who isn't around anymore, dyeing yarn. The business isn't around anymore. I didn't phrase that very well. But this is Melting Snowman, and it's 75% virgin wool, 25% polyamide. And it's 4-ply, 420 meters per 100 grams. And yeah, it's Melting Snowman. And my friend Becky, who is Soprano Knits, knit a pair of socks out of this yarn. And ever since she did, I loved it. And then I saw someone selling it in a destash. I was like, yes, I will own this. So maybe this should be on my needles now. It's vaguely festive. Don't you two get the zoomies round here. That's not going to fly. But yes, stunning colourway. Helves Black Regina. Very nice. I bought these two cakes of Eden Cottage yarns also when I went to Wales last year. And they were going to be held together in some form of colour work. This is bramble, this is charcoal. I just haven't done it yet, but I love it. I love the combination and think it will be beautiful. I just need to find the perfect project for it. Once again, the thing is, I haven't been looking for the perfect project. I haven't been looking. I've very much just kind of been abandoning everything. I knit one jumper in 2020, if my memory serves, 2022, what year is it? If my memory serves me correctly. So I've just kind of abandoned knitting, unless it's samples for shows. So I just kind of need to get back to it. This is a skein of Fab Funky Fibres in Cadbury. I kind of want this to be more purple if it's called Cadbury, but I get it. I bought it from Yarningham 2019, and it's a self-striping colourway. I just need to find the perfect colour of mini skeins to go with it, and then it will be knit up into a beautiful pair of socks, because I can get a pair of socks out of 150 gram. And yeah, it was £13 for 50 grams, so thank you very much. I almost threw that in my tea. These are just a couple of Rowan 4-ply that my mum gave to me because she got them cheap somewhere and said, oh, you might want to use those, and they're black, so I might want to use those. And there's 250 gram, and I can't seem to see the meterage anywhere. About 160 meters per 50 grams, so 60, 12, 320, so maybe nearer a sport weight, but yeah. Just quite simple, but you know, good to have in case I need it for anything. I was sent this beautiful skein of yarn. It is Jorstad Creek, and it's 75% merino, 25% mulberry silk. It's called Just What You Need, and the label's really cool. It's got kimchi on it. I don't even think I had the cat at the time when I got the skein, but it's a stunning colour. Also would go with this quite well. So I've got options for this. I also saved, this was meant to be, what's it called? Come on, Vampiric Touch, but the dye went very wrong. Stunning colour, but I don't know how to recreate it. Also thought they could be quite nice held together, but you know, I'll just pop that aside. I have this ball of Rowan Cocoon that Becky gave to me. She has designed a hat out of this. This is in the colourway Satin, and I just need to knit the hat, but don't ever have time for anything. But it's hand wash only meterage, 115 meters per 100 grams, and it's a really pretty mulberry colour. Just, oh, it's so squishy. It's so squishy. We're almost there, folks. We're almost there. Next up, we have this mitten set from Ovis Etc., which was gifted to me when I left Germany, I think. So that would have been 2017. And it's Blue Face Leicester, it's Colourwork set, so it's 100% Blue Face Leicester, 2 times 50 grams, 200 metres. I'm guessing that's 200 metres across the 100 grams. Non-superwash, grown in the UK, and it's beautiful. The red is showing up more red on camera than it actually is. It's more of a bluish tone, but it's so lovely. I just need to make a pair of mittens using it. I think what's putting me off is the fact it appears to be single ply, and I don't want to then like wreck it, but I also get it. So I just need, once again, I just need to knit things. I just need to knit things. This was a beautiful gift from someone as well. Stunning. From Viking of Norway. And it's Nordless Superwash, colour 964. Very imaginative and very Northern Lights inspired. I think I might make my mum a shawl out of this, because I think she will wear it a lot. It's very much her colours. I mean, it's my colours as well, but yes, that is why it's, you know, sitting in stash. The final two. We have Vintage Christmas by the lovely Jude of Stranded Dye Works. I bought this in 2017 at Nottingham Yarn Expo. It's a lovely pale mint green, and then we've got these fun speckles that I just absolutely love. Oh, stunning. He absolutely smashed it out of the park with this colourway. Once again, just need to cast it on. Maybe this could be a Christmas Eve cast on. It's even called Vintage Christmas. And then, finally, we have this skein, which is called February. This is from Kate Celine. I was going to say Selene. I bought this when I was living in Germany still, so I think this was 2016 I bought this, maybe 2017. Maybe 2017. And this colourway is just like, I love it so much. I love this yarn so much that I'm scared to cast it on in case I regret knitting with it. The speckles are so dainty and so delicate, and it's just so squishy. This is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 100 grams, 425 meters, and it's just beautiful. I love it. So yeah, I just, once again, would go with quite a lot. So maybe I just need to knit something with all of this yarn. Oh my goodness, I've just realised how much yarn I actually have. Right, I'm going to pop this away and then I'll be back. So there we have all the single skeins side of the stash. This is the sweater quantity side. This up here is my yarn club that I've been selling through the year. It's not finished. Oh my goodness, I've just found another gumball, which is Angelina from Castle View Yarns. Absolutely stunning. That needs to go there. And yeah, this is sweater quantities, which I can go through in another video if you're interested. If you're not, I won't be offended. But yeah, it's just made me realise how much I need to get a grip on my stash, because it's a little out of control. This mini skein that I have, I was sent it to repair something, so I just need to repair it, but that could go very well there. So Bubky, get out that box, please. Anyway. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed day 6 of Vlogmas. Bit of a different video for you all. If you want to see the other side of my yarn stash, let me know. We can discuss projects together. We could have a great stash down of 2023, sorry. And not to say that I won't be buying more yarn, because I definitely will, because I got into East Anglia Yarn Festival. So all being well, I will be vending there and therefore shopping there. Thank you so much for watching. I have another cat to pay the cat tax with. How many doubloons are you worth? Doubloons. This is Miso. She's a little cutie bum. If you would like to subscribe, that would be delightful. I'm on the Arbitrary Trail mission of trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. I don't know if it's going to happen, but you know, you never know. It's nice to have a number goal in mind, even if it takes me another 3 years. So if you would like to follow me on social media, links can all be found in the description box below, along with any other information that I think you might need. and links to various things. I'm not going to link every single person that I've talked about here. If you want to know more information about any of the yarn, please leave a comment down below, let me know, and I will get back to you about it. Like I say, a lot of this yarn is quite old, so I don't even know if people will still be dyeing it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you very soon in the next one. Bye.